Folks, as you know, October on King Island is a small business month. And what is small business month? Plenty of webinars, there's face-to-face meetings, workshops. And next Wednesday, you have an opportunity for a breakfast. Breakfast, yeah, nice and early at 7:30 in the morning at the King Island Hotel. Now, often, or most of the time, breakfast will cost you some money. But this breakfast might make you some money because we're going to have a chat with Androulla Sakkas. He's from Empower Beyond. I haven't got a clue what it means, but let's find out. It's the easiest way. Androulla, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Great introduction to the, I guess, King Island October business events that they're putting on. And it's great to see that that's happening for business. It's really great.
Now, tell us a little bit, enlighten me a little bit. What is Empower Beyond?
Okay, so Empower Beyond, it's funny how I came up with the name, but it's empowering people to go beyond where they are at the moment. It's a business consulting company that I started back in 2011 after being in the corporate world for over 18 years and deciding I'm going to take the skill sets that I have and I'm going to work with small business organizations. And I'm loving it because it gives me, I guess, my purpose. It fulfills my cup, but it also allows me to have a bigger impact on other people's lives because anyone can have your business is a vehicle to you having what you want in life. And most of the conversations I have with people, it's not really about their business. It's more about why are you in business and why are you doing this? And so that's where I realize that I'm actually impacting people's lives through their businesses.
So you're saying in a way also that people can grow their own business. They know their own business because through experience and what I've done, but you're happy to help them and hand them some extra tools to make it bigger, better, and better running?
Yeah, totally. Look, you know what? Sometimes we're so close to our own business that things get blurred. And the whole point is that I come in and have fresh eyes. And also with, like I said, all my experience, I can basically give you some tools and strategies and standardizing processes so that, you're not kind of doing things ad hoc or sporadically and making sure you stay focused on your core services and making sure everyone in your business understands what their roles and responsibilities are and to what standard.
So what do you find your main tools that you can give to somebody to give them a hand to help them?
So the first thing is knowing where you want to take your business. So having a vision. Without a vision, you're basically accepting what comes in and doing probably what other people want you to do. So I would always advise that you have a vision and a plan for your business and then you work backwards. So it's called I must say, it's always having the end in mind and then working back from that. So that's where we start with that. And then we look at what are the day-to-day activities you should be doing that are always aligned with achieving the plan and the vision for the business.
Now, I'm sure you've been and helping businesses for a long time now, as you say, since 2011. What do you come across mostly? What do people need mostly? Where do they go wrong, or where do you find they could change or do better?
Might sound surprising, but for some business owners, I guess they need some assistance with understanding the financials of a business. So there's two elements. You're doing your running of your business and being the strategist for how the business should look like. But then there's also the other element of understanding the financial side of it and knowing that the activities that you're doing, they drive the financial results of your business. So I'm finding that sometimes in some situations, people are great at what they do, their expertise, but when it comes to the numbers side, they need a little bit of assistance and guidance in that.
Is it also often that people, when they run, say, a small business and think of people with a trade, for example, that they're very well experienced and have all the knowledge when it comes to the practical side of a business, but yeah, there's also the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, totally, totally. And you know what? Sometimes, and this happens, like people go, I know what, they work for somebody and they go, oh, I could do this. If I'm doing it for my employer, why can't I start my own business? But there's so much things in the back end that come with running your own business that, we fail um, to sort of practice regularly in a business. So part of the things that I do is just setting up the foundations of how to run a business and what to constantly look at. And I call them sometimes the recurring tasks. So things that, for instance, on a monthly basis, you should be running your profit and loss and your balance sheet reports just to know how your business is running financially. And then looking at what drives those numbers so you can go back into the operations side of the business and tweak the things that you need to tweak if need be to make those numbers look better or improve on them.
But isn't it often also, Androulla, where you have business people and particularly tradespeople, they actually don't really want to know about all that paperwork. Let me focus on what I do, please.
Yeah, totally, totally. I even got that when I was working at Toyota. I was in finance department, and I'd be going down to the divisional managers that produce the vehicles, and that was exactly the response I got. Was like, Androulla, we don't need to look at our financials. We're here to make cars. But it was until I started delving into stuff and, I was giving them some valuable information. They were like, oh, we need to know more, because they knew how it was affecting the output of the vehicle. So I totally get it. It happens whether you're in, billion-dollar companies or smaller businesses. There is that resistance, but it's part of running a business.
So it takes a while in a way before you can say, oh, what a feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. But the way I look at it is that you can't change what you don't acknowledge. You've got to acknowledge where the business is at. And you know what? Not everything is doom and gloom. Sometimes you look at your results and you go, wow, it demonstrates the efforts we have put in. We're putting them in the right direction, and it's actually having a positive impact on our numbers. And we want to celebrate those wins. And that's what I find also with businesses is sometimes we just go, 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 and we don't take the time to sit back and reflect and go, how did we go? What were some of our wins? What can we celebrate? What were some of the learnings that we have? And that's really critical.
So you're saying in a way, Androulla, that it's not like the harder I work, the more money I make?
It's making sure you focus on the activities that will help grow your business that are value add. So more is not always better.
Now, you're based in Melbourne. Can you understand with your experience that doing business, running a business in a big city of 4.5 million people is very different than running a business on an island with 1,500 people?
Yeah, it would be different in that way. But at the end of the day, there's fundamental principles every business should be following. So no matter what your location is, no matter what your industry is or how big or small, there should be just some basic principles to apply in a business. And so, what I teach can be adaptable to any business. And, with, like you said, it's a smaller thing, but we've got access now to things that are like online. So I think we've got more opportunities with where we're at the moment.
But at the same time, I guess in a small place like King Island, at least you do have less competitors, of course. So it's often you can run a business that's actually quite unique for where you're at.
Totally. And I think we're in King Island, I guess I see it more as a community-based, very community-based and supporting one another. And that's one thing that I will bring up in the workshop that I'm running is that sometimes you need to lean on other people. Just because you're running the business on your own doesn't mean you have to be on your own. And that's why, I do these events so that I can let people know that you don't need to be alone in business.
Now, your workshop is called Having a Business That You're Proud of. At what
Yeah.
stage can you be proud of your business? Yeah, when you say it's profitable and you're always in the green, never in the red. Yeah, but when are you proud of your business?
Okay, so it's different for everybody. So when people go, "Oh, how are you successful?" Well, success means different things for different people. So yes, we've been talking about finances and making profits, but having a business that you're proud of could even be that you being able to spend more time with your family. You're being able to bring on staff and train them and get them to another level. Everything's different for everybody. So there is no, I always say to people, yes, it's great to see what other people are doing, but what resonates with you? What is it that you want from your business?
Well, I'll make as much money as I can and then sell it when I'm 50 and retire for the rest of my life. Ideal picture, isn't it?
Yeah, so that actually comes up with, when we talked about the vision. If that's what you want, then we work backwards. And, for people that wanting to sell their business, well, to be able to sell it, you need to ensure, for instance, that you've got your standard processes in place. The aim is for someone to step in and just take over, because that's a business that you go that can sell really well. So, part of the process is making sure that you create some standard procedures, processes, everything's documented. To give you a better chance at getting a better price for your business.
Now, business people, yeah, next week, next Wednesday, come to the breakfast at the King Island Hotel at 7:30 in the morning and learn a lot from you. What about if I'm not in business, but I'm considering business? Would this workshop be any help for me?
Totally. It'll give you a bit of insight as to what is going on in some businesses. But it's funny you say that, because I received a call today from someone that looking to start their business, and some of the things that I gave her were exactly what we're going to talk about in the workshop. So definitely encourage anyone that is interested in starting a business to come along, because there will be so much that they can take in. And the aim is, like, my thing is, if you walk away with even one gold nugget, and my whole point is implementing it, then I feel you've given yourself enough, like, it's been worth attending the event. So I'm all about implementing, not just listening to what we're saying, but take something and implement it immediately.
I'm sure it's going to be very interesting next Wednesday. Androulla Sakkas, we thank you very much for your time.
Beautiful. Thank you.